Hey guys, welcome back to the Thisissoul Skate Shop YouTube channel. I have a lot of skate tools right in front of me. There's a lot of different types. I'm going to tell you what each of them is for. I'm going to tell you what makes a good one and what makes a bad one. So if you want to learn more, check out the rest of this video. Having the right tools makes every job a lot easier. And in the case of skate tools, that's definitely the case because some tools just destroy your skate and some tools actually help you to get out that bolt that you want to. There's a few different categories of skate tools. We have some weird and interesting ones laying over here, which I'm going to tell you later everything about. There are some special tools which are more traditional. And there's, of course, the classic tools that you get for free with your skate. There's a lot of different nuances. I'm going to tell you exactly why you would want to have either one or the other skate tool and what sets them all apart. First off, let me just start with the most classic one, and that's the standard Allen key. 4mm is the standard size, and about like 95% of all skates use a 4mm Allen key, and it also always comes included in the box. These are actually really small and it's really hard to take something out, but they're quite small, so they fit in your pocket or in your backpack real easily. That's the advantage. But in general, I would try to avoid these and use a better one which has more like a T handle like that, because with these you can get out the things a lot better. There's a few different sizes of Allen keys that are used. The standard one is 4mm, but on some Seba, FR, Micro and Fila skates, there's a 5mm tool used. FR skates has one for sale, and that's this one. And you can recognize it by the red handle, then you know that you have the good one. And then for like smaller, like sole plate bolts or some smaller parts, they use like a 3 or a 2mm Allen key. The smallest Allen key is used by roaches, and that's this one. It's very small, and this is for the sole plate bolts of the roaches M12. Then there's Allen and there's Torx. So what is the difference? An Allen key has like a perfect hex shape, and the Torx key has more like sharp edges to every side of the hex. So they both have a hex shape, but the Torx has sharp edges. And because of those sharp edges, it holds on a lot better. And this actually happened to me right now because I have an axle which has an Allen key, and the axle kind of like won't open again because even with the best Allen key that we have right here, it won't open. And if it would have been a Torx axle, then I would have probably not have this problem, because normal Allen keys, they can like blow out the hole too quickly, and the Torx one, it's better for the tool and it's also better for the bolt. They just stay healthy longer. So if you ever have the choice between Torx and Allen key, get the Torx. Material for Allen keys is also really important. The harder the better, of course, and especially this roaches Allen key. It looks really intimidating and big, and you think like, oh, it's probably really good, but the material is really soft, and this one is kind of like legendary to get bad really quickly. So don't use this if the bolt is already a little bit worn down. If you then use this tool, you're gonna destroy both the tool and the bolt. The more expensive a tool is, the longer it will last and the better it is in opening bolts. The next topic is the Phillips or crossheads. and this is mainly used for buckles, to take off buckles. Be aware that there's two types of crossheads. You have the positdrift and the Phillips. They look a lot like each other, and with a positdrift tool it is kind of possible to get out of Phillips, and definitely the other way around. It's easier to get a positdrift bolt out with the Phillips tool. They both use a cross, but they don't really have the same match. And you can tell this if you put the wrong screwdriver in the wrong screw head, that it just doesn't lock really good. So how to set these two crossheads apart? I have both of them here, and you can tell that one is just a straight cross, and the other has like little edges in between. The same is the case for the screws themselves. Some screw head screws use a perfect cross, and some have like in between of the cross a little line. So if there's a little line, of course you need to have the positdrift screwdriver to open it. And if there's no extra line, then you can use the Phillips one. If you mess this up, you'll mess up your bolts and your tools. So don't do that. In general, on skates, always the Phillips head is used. If you want to just have a basic tool, then we advise you to just get like the FR or the Power Slide T-shaped tool here. They're just only €5 or something, and they do the job just fine. If you want to get like the best tools and more like specialized tools, then I'm going to tell you a few more details about that. One of the first specialized tools was the Sonic Y tool, and it's called like that because it's in the shape of a Y. It has a Phillips head and an Allen key, and then here a smaller Allen key. And then there's something funny going on with the Phillips head because it has a little like turtleneck here, and you can use this turtleneck to pop out bearings. Bam! Really easy and useful little tool. And then of course, always if there's a good idea, it gets copied. This is a rollerblade one. And then here, this is a Wicked brand Y tool. The Wicked one has detachable bits. I don't know if that's useful, because if they fall out, then in your backpack, then you cannot use it anymore. But the idea is, of course, interesting that you can kind of like customize your tool and bring along the bits that you use the most. I actually really like this Fila tool here, because this Fila tool here has like a metal side here on the side of the T. This thing is also used to pop out the bearings, and for this Fila tool, the bit here cannot be taken out, so it's very solid and you can never lose anything. So it's a very good, strong tool. This is probably my favorite tool, the Fila tool. It's very good that it's made out of metal to pull the bearings out, because these cheaper tools here that I mentioned before, they have this little thing here on the side and it's made from plastic, and I can show you what will happen if you try to use that to take the bearing out. It will break. Well, the Fila tool is non-detachable, but here we have a rollerblade tool, and it's very nice and bright and yellow if you like that. And it has a little bit that you can take out, and you can also flip it. One side has the Torx, one side has the Allen, and then to store it, you can just click it back in. One of my friends has it. He claims he never lost the bit, so that's good. So that's it's very compact in your backpack as well, so that's nice. Then here, this is an interesting one. It's from Zandstra. Zandstra is a Dutch ice skating brand, and it has like a little button here. You can push it in, and then there's a little thingy on the other side that expands then, and it's meant that you can then pull out a bearing. But I don't know, let me just try. Yeah, it works, but it's not so comfortable to do it, because actually the little button, there's a lot of pressure on it, and it kind of like hurts your hand because, yeah, it's not as good as just the little leverage that we've been talking about here on the Fila tool, or that's on the Sonic tool, or on any of those. Then there's this Wicked tool. It also has a detachable bit that you can lose or take out, and it has a cool little rope, so you can wear it around as an accessory if you want. It also has the side to whip out bearings and the torques. So those are all the specialized kind of Allen key tools, except for maybe the best one yet that I saved for last, and it's called the Seba Master Tool. That's this one. You see the leverage here is super big, and it's just a really strong a tool from really high quality metal. Always, if we have a skate here in the shop in Amsterdam that we cannot take the bolt out, we try with the Seba Master Tool, and then usually we succeed. Where other Allen keys have failed, this one prevails. From this tool you can also take out the bit, but it has like a little bit as well as a turtleneck here that you can pull down, and then it comes out, so you can never lose your bit. So that's really smart. It sticks in, and really a big fan. If it doesn't work with this one, then we need the drill. Then we need to go to the hard methods. If you want to know how to drill out a bolt, we have an entire video on that on our YouTube channel as well. So check out that video if you want to learn more about that. If you want to learn more about inline skating in general, we covered almost all the topics that we could think about already in the past, and we're gonna of course dive a lot more into other details in the future. So subscribe to the channel to check out more videos like this. Then we have 3 more tools to go. The next one is also one that we use a lot here in our store in Amsterdam, and it's a bearing press. So it's just a little thread with 2 leverages at the end, and you can just put in a wheel and kind of like close it with these leverages. And if a wheel has a metal core, then it's really hard to put in the bearings, and you can use this bearing press to seal the deal, to get the job done. One of the most used tools in the shop. If you ever need to put in a bearing in a metal core wheel and you cannot do it because you don't have the tool, you can of course buy all these tools on our web shop, thisissoul.com, but you can always as well come to our store here in Amsterdam, and we have all the tools here, so we can always help you. And you can just grab a cup of coffee, chill out in the store a little bit, look at all the cool products, and yeah, it will all be fixed. All right, 2 more tools. This little weird piece of metal is given away for free with all the rollerblade skates, all the more expensive rollerblade skates at least, like the rollerblade twister and the rollerblade blank skates and the rollerblade new jacks, and probably all rollerblade skates above 200 euros get one like this that have a cuff, and hardly anybody knows what it's for. And also, you also don't need it unless you come to a certain problem, is that when you try to take the cuff off of any of these more expensive rollerblade skates, you kind of like need this tool. You need these 2 little pins here to put in the inside of your rollerblade skate to hold back the T-nut side of the cuff bolt. So you take out the liner and then you put this in, and without this, it's just impossible to take off the cuff of any rollerblade skate. Then we saved the biggest and the best tool for the last, and this is called the Bond Claw. We just got this tool in the store. We have it for sale as well on our web shop, and I used it only once so far for a customer, This was on a USD carbon free skate, which is kind of like the same as the GOTS, Franco Morales type skates. And this customer had a pressure point at his ankle. So what I did was I just put this claw on the skate. You can kind of like adjust the thickness of it here. You put it on and this creates a dent in the material. I just had it on for like a couple minutes, took it off, and then gave the skate back to him and the problem was solved. Well, this is just one situation that I tried it and it just happened to be successful for him. You can use it on a liner as well, but normally this tool is meant to be used on a hard boot skate, like just normal plastic skate, or on a carbon-based boot. And if you use it on those, you need to heat up the material when you put the claw on. First, of course, you take the liner out, then you put the claw on, and then heat it up with like a hair dryer or a heat gun or something like that. Don't melt the skate, so don't put it on too hot. Then the claw will put on the pressure and deform the plastic. You do that for a little bit, take the claw off, and hope that helps. Again, I have not done that myself yet. I am gonna do that. So if you wanna learn more about this tool here in particular, check out our YouTube channel and give it a follow, because in the next couple of months, we're probably gonna get a full review of this cool claw here. So these are all the tools on the market for inline skating right now. If we missed any tool, maybe that was done in the 90s or in the zeros that I forgot to talk about, or maybe there's some tool currently on the market that I don't know about, please let me know, because I always want to learn more about inline skating. If you want to learn more together with me, then subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you, bye-bye. One of the first specialized tool, One of the first specialized tool, Jesus, wrong screw. If you put in, wait, let me check the name. Positive, open a lot better the tools.